on top of this game, and what a setup this will be for our first series of the day. Shopify versus OpTic, one of them will be going home.
Yeah, one of them will be devastated here, without a doubt. It's a match that needs no introduction, but to exit here would be heartbreak for both of these teams. There is so much on the line in your elimination semifinal. This is a rematch of your Arlington Grand Finals.
Barely any kills gone down as yet, but OpTic Gaming have managed to just steal the oddball away. Formal stays alive. Formal comes out of that situation with no shields, but also a double kill, and that's going to be 3 dead for Shopify Rebellion. OpTic already have that ball in their hands, and as you can see from the POV of Legend as well, they got the first power up as well.
Should be a rotate. They're slow rotating though. They're going to force him into commando first, and then they're going to look for these picks.
Couple of shots onto both coming in from Legend. Renegade turns around to try and not only hold that oddball, but hold off the push that's going to be coming in from Shopify Rebellion. Bound to find one elsewhere.
Enemy has the ball.
I like this from OpTic.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
They're trying to bait him in. They're trying to use the fact that Legend has that camo
Enemy has the ball.
to pick up some free kills by using that objective as a little bit of bait.
I like that. Indeed, they did not rotate out because they might have gotten clipped off going to pink. Instead, they just bait there, as you said, using the camo to hold the ball. It puts 28 points on the board, and they get the front seat play ball. Really nicely played by OpTic Gaming.
And that's why that 11 win streak is so prevalent for them. Just the way that they are maneuvering and manipulating that oddball to make sure they can get the most time out of every single situation. Cycle on your screen right now. 2-1 off the break. Had some good moments yesterday. I think he kind of quietly went about his work yesterday. 3 dead here for OpTic Gaming. And a chance for Shopify to get their first setup and that oddball in their hands.
Formal only player alive for a moment on B-Rails. Let's see where the spawns come in. Formal almost gets the pick on Cycle, by the way. That would have been a huge first pick. Instead, everyone spawning B in music. Here comes the push.
All the shots coming in from Cycle. He knows there's pressure coming in from Renegade as well. Turns around, helps out Frosty. And that pick coming in at just the right time, because not only do they have the oddball in their hands, the camo is also available. Legend evens the numbers up though, so it's a 3v3 right now as Formal finds another for that camo that's just spawned bottom middle.
Very interesting there. The ball gets pulled and they hold it on Bulldog instead of bringing it to tower, despite the kill coming in the tower. And now camo bottom middle. 2 dead for Shopify. Might be an OpTic camo here. It already is. Formal with a big opportunity to put more points on the board. 3 dead. World 2 last player alive, B-Rails.
Taking damage as well. Formal with that camo might be able to get this kill, but at least backs him down. So all the spawns coming in there on the street side as well. So obviously you've got a lot of information here. They've got their second power up. That's 100% success rate on the power up so far for them. And with 43 seconds and rising still with the oddball in their hands as well.
Oh, look at this. Formal big opportunity to pick up these picks.
Camo disappears, but the timing is good enough for him to get 1. It's 2 dead, 3 dead, maybe even 4. Royal 2 trying to at least even some numbers and keep himself alive. Bounce should be there to clean this one up. OpTic still with that ball in their hands.
Most importantly, guess what? Yeah, Renegade just gets out of dodge, goes right back into Tram. Perfectly managed here by OpTic Gaming.
Great survivability for Royal 2 though. Not only gets the kill, survives long enough for his teammates to respawn. And now they can progress up the map and try and force this ball out of the hands of OpTic Gaming, but it's been such a surgical and precise start in this oddball game from OpTic.
Great play from Renegade, also sitting commander. He does play the ball trash, by the way. You'll see on your screen, so that keeps things dicey. 2v2 on the map.
Royal 2 with some great shots initially, gets cleaned up though. The oddball in a precarious position for Shopify to try and bring back towards themselves. Renegade making sure that that's not going to be an easy task for them. Last shot with some nice shots onto Legend, gets that kill. Renegade now has 3 players from Shopify Rebellion all stacked up in and around that oddball, and looks like they're trying to rotate away here.
Big pick from Frosty, however, immediately traded out. As you said, that ball is being rotated out by Shopify. However, here comes Renegade and the OpTic pressure.
Last shot knew there was something up! And the spidey senses were tingling for all the right reasons there. He turns around, gets that kill, and he's still alive, outputting damage. Cycle not only with the oddball in his control as well, but it looks like he's managed to find that Stalker rifle, which can output so much damage here on streets.
Amazing peeking and shield management there from last shot. Red gun coming in from Cycle. Does Formal hit the stick? He does! He had a very small time window to hit that stick, and it's a big one. Where does the camo go here? It goes to Legend. Look at this. And what felt like it was going to be a Shopify convincing hold instead is now an OpTic advantage.
3 out of 3. Lunchbox earning his money right now for OpTic Gaming. Putting them in great positions to pick up those camos every single time so far.
Enemy has the ball.
Formal gets another stick, and you can see the bounce just moving this oddball towards Legend, who still has that camo. Using it as bait once again. It's 71-20, by the way. This has been a dominating round so far from OpTic Gaming.
Legend's going to look for kills here. 2v2 on the map. Needs to make sure he's just prioritizing maybe a rotate of the ball. Yes, he will go trash and try to make the angle. He cuts it down beautifully. Those nades are going to be impossible to hit from bottom mid angles. He will continue holding.
I mean, Legend's ability to just calculate timing windows and execute them perfectly is so good. Just managed to, like you say, cut that corner, knew he had enough shields to get to that jump, knew where the LOSs were going to come in, and even though he made the play successfully, OpTic did fall as they find themselves now 3 dead. This is an opportunity for the first time for Shopify to have all of OpTic spawning at once, and the oddball in their hands as well.
Yeah, it was 4 dead, as you say. They even got the 5th, the 6th, and maybe 7th kills as well, so still 2 dead for OpTic Gaming in this 2v2. Shopify continuing to score.
Enemy has the ball.
2 players inside a tramp. Shopify just going to have to avoid giving OpTic an opportunity to get a kill and pick that oddball up, because it's getting to the point now where one more hold for OpTic, and this could be round 1 going to the green wall. Royal 2 will get the first pick though onto Bound. Second one comes in as well from Royal 2. That's a nice little double kill from him, make it 3 dead. Oh, it's 4 dead for OpTic Gaming, and last shot said it's now time for me to move in and pick up that oddball very comfortably.
Great patience once again from Shopify, and not the first time that we've seen it. However, the 2v1 from Bound and Legend on the pink push is going to be a big part of this. Also, very nice wins here now with 2 dead for Shopify. It looked like, ooh, this is big from Cycle.
He's got to play this one perfectly though. Doesn't get the back smack, but does come out of that fight. Still with some shields to work with. He contributes to the second kill as well. And look at the repulse of the oddball towards Cycle as well. Cycle has influenced 4 different kills on the map at the moment, and Shopify, by picking up this camo and playing off the damage from Cycle, have that oddball back in their control.
And on for 4 dead with 60 seconds left. Let's see if Shopify can do it. Let's get into a listen here with Shopify Rebellion.
Right now, yo, I'm going to music. Tires and B-Balk now. Nice, B-Balk and tires, B-Balk and tires.
I heard you tires.
Play now. Tires, that's tires. Where's the guy? Still playing smart. Weak. One in. One in, plant.
Yeah, I guess plenty of time, guys. Plenty of time.
Bottom C, one in. Drive weak. And one's to be set.
Ball's gonna reset. Yo, listen, ball's gonna reset.
No, I think tires. B-Balk, go. We need kills. Be on it. One was it. Yo, drive away now. Drive away now.
Two is going heaven, or is it back PD? Still back, just hiding in PD, not moving. PD, he's just hiding. 2 BDs, 1. 2 BD.
Yo, we go C. No, hold on. There's a guy C.
I mean, Cycle's doing it all at the moment. There's so much pressure on him to make the right decisions, and he consistently made those right decisions. Royal 2 is trying to keep his eyes on that oddball. Last shot with the ball in his hands, but there's barely any time. They can't drop this oddball here, Shopify. They need to keep it in their hands.
3v3 on the map here. That's a big kill on Legend from Royal 2. They can't drop the ball here.
They're forced to. OpTic will cut them down, and OpTic will get that first round on the board. That lead just established early was too much for Shopify to try and cut down. A couple of moments in that endgame where it felt like Shopify had an element of control, but just weren't able to get that oddball into a safe position.
Yeah, OpTic keep things really
on their side.
Yeah, OpTic keep things really complicated without a doubt in the endgame. By the way, Legend staying alive as long as he did was a huge factor in them taking that round. So even though it wasn't the most elegant in the end, it's overall great game management from OpTic Gaming. They will take the first round.
Shopify get the Stalker rifle off the rip here. Camo coming up in just a few seconds' time, which is where everyone's attention is going to turn to. Remember, OpTic got the first 3 camos in that first round, and it was the last one that Cycle got that really gave Shopify Rebellion their way back into that round. Weren't able to close out, but Frosty doing so much damage with his Stalker rifle at the moment. He's going to find an easy kill here onto Renegade as well. Last shot with that first camo, and Shopify with a chance to grab that ball.
2 dead here, though. They need to play this a little bit slow. Presence here on pink as well. Oh my goodness, takes to the skies there. Last shot just gonna try to stay alive with his camo, see how he can play it.
I think I love about the way that Last Shot's playing this, right? A couple of shots come in. It would have been called out that he's top of tramp. Changes his position immediately, even though he'd done damage, to mean that where OpTic look, he is no longer there. A nice double kill from him, and Shopify have that ball back in towards tramp.
Was 3 dead as well, and maybe we'll start to see, you could argue that in that first round, we really didn't see anything too convincing out of Shopify until the very late game when it was too late. Maybe an opportunity for them to get a foothold in this game for the first time.
Also got to be careful and avoid these 2 grenades coming in from Renegade. Does so, and Renegade, great job actually just to survive in that situation. Having initially lost all of his shields, but now the push coming in from OpTic. It's a beautiful stick though. And maybe even a double, but has to change to the Commando. It will get cleaned up, but it's a 2v2. Frosty's still alive with his Stalker.
Really nicely done. That's even a pre-nade, you know, and just pre-nading that and perfectly catching Formal around the corner. The timing was remarkable.
Enemy has the ball.
It's a thin lead here for Shopify Rebellion, but it is a lead. Frosty seeing the opportunity to grab a few more extra seconds here. Couple of trades coming in. Royalty will create some space now. Shopify have a chance to grab that ball, but they forgot about that camo.
Big trade.
But Cycle won't even trade. He gets the kill onto Renegade. Camo is out of commission.
Beautiful indeed, as you say, not even a trade. Huge play from Cycle and the rest of Shopify to have the cover as well. Trying to get really annoying with Bound on the pillars, and Cycle's won many battles like that before. Bound, however, is wise to it. 30 seconds on the board now for Shopify.
A little bit of a slow start here for Bound. He's 14 and 21. A lot of deaths stacking up for him. Usually the front guy for OpTic Gaming who's going to try and create space for you, but at the moment Shopify in this round in particular just shutting down OpTic from getting those first picks. It's still a lead here and a pretty good one as Cycle picks up yet another double kill in our kill feed. He's now sat at 19 and 11. Royal 2 decides it's time to do some objective, which usually is an indication that he knows how important a series is.
Absolutely indeed. By the way, on the other side, as you said, Royal 2 on your screen right now, he's 22 and 15, making 23 kills to his name, by far leading this game, and a huge factor, of course, in their current 40-point lead.
Players from OpTic trapped in PD. Shots coming in from Cycle again onto Formal. No player will go down, and Formal read him like a book there as he went towards Tires, hits that headshot to make it a 3v3.
Formal trying to play this slow last shot, checks the corner, so this is going to be an interesting one. Maybe a trade, yes indeed, as two of the best players go up against one another. Two dead both sides here. Actually, Legend, last player alive for OpTic Gaming at the moment.
Both players hitting their shots as well. Camo coming up, that's why Legend can't afford to challenge any of these kills at the moment. Needs to stay alive, get OpTic back on the map so that they can efficiently challenge for that power up that's coming up. Great shot, incredible shot! And what a strafe that is coming in from Legend as well. It's difficult enough to outshoot him, but when he's moving like that, it's almost impossible. 4 dead for Shopify.
The timing was amazing there, and how about that? We just saw an entire POV, by the way. Huge shout out to the observing team. We're watching all of Legend as last player alive in Tires, and he does that entire sequence, getting the right damage in the right places, and just like that, OpTic Gaming is scoring, and they are on the board.
Formal backs himself to hit the shots. He knows the Legend is alongside him. He will be taken down, so the camo that was picked up won't have an influence too much, but the time's starting to stack up here on the side of OpTic, making a comeback in this round.
Enemy has the ball.
Bound trying to buy some time. He knows that player's the last one alive.
Enemy has the ball.
And he's relying on his teammates to get that kill, which they finally do. So OpTic closing in on this early initial time that Shopify Rebellion got on the board.
Great patience there. Look at Renegade just holding down, knowing Cycle was the last player there
Enemy has
on
the
C
ball.
stairs, and they're able to continue holding.
Last shot's going to get the first pick, though. It's going to be close, but there will be a lead change that goes down in just a few seconds' time. In fact,
Enemy has the ball.
it's not going to happen because we're going to have a tie game. It's 40 points apiece between the two teams. Oppo will be grabbed here by Shopify Rebellion. It's a 2v2. Frosty just about manages to get around the corner. And we'll add a few extra points that could be all the difference when we get to the end of this round.
Shopify back into a lead here, but however, 2 dead, and OpTic Gaming now applying the pressure on the rotate. Let's get to a listen in now with the OpTic side.
Ball dropped.
That stuck me.
Enemy has the ball.
That was
Frosty's up. Just give me.
Yo, Stalker's coming in 2 seconds. Stalker's coming in 2 seconds.
That's a piece
One turn, real deal.
Nice.
Front seat, Frosty going B-steps right now, B-steps right now. Fight the B-steps guy together.
Yeah, he's B-steps. Stalker's up, John. Stalker's up, John.
He went trash, John. He went trash. Commando, John. Commando, John. I'll kill it. Nice shit. I'll dead.
Watch out, middle, guys. 2 dead. Watch out, middle. Camel's coming, 5 seconds.
Absolute red bar commando.
Enemy has
They don't fall behind us. Hey, can we kill C? Spawns are weird, guys. Yo, we need to kill C.
That's one.
That's power here.
We're trying to push him. Camo is up.
Watch out for an absolute. Camo sit down. One shot on camo, absolute.
Bottom C weak, guys. Yeah, bottom C on me. Bottom C kill me.
Get ready to flip.
Fight behind you. I'll show you.
What's B? B, one shot.
Watch out B stairs.
Nice, we got one.
B stairs.
30 stairs, you guys.
You're both weak. One's on ball weak. One's B stairs with camo. I'll show you.
45 seconds, guys.
I can get one.
ball dropped.
Renegade kills the camo as we come out of the listening, so no camo really going to infect
Enemy has the ball.
the OpTic push here. As Legend has that op ball still in his hands, and with that time, OpTic are starting to move towards another round on the board here, and that would be the first game of the series.
Look how important it was for Legend to keep players weak so that Formal could keep players weak so that the next part of the push pays off for them. OpTic at 76 points on the board.
Shopify needs to step up here. Need to find some kills. They've got 2, but Renegade,
Wow.
with that beautiful bank grenade, will put Frosty into the respawn screen for a few extra seconds. Ball is still in the hands of Last Shot here. but he'll be taken down, as will 3 members of Shopify Rebellion. Frosty is the only player close to this op ball.
As a reminder, same record for these two teams here. However, OpTic Gaming is looking to do it in just 2 rounds, 30 seconds on the clock.
Renegade still has that ball in his hands. This might be one of the last pushes for Shopify Rebellion. 30 seconds left on the game clock as well. Frosty gets the first. Last shot finds another, and it looks like Shopify have broken the OpTic setup. 4 alive on the map here. Op ball in their hands as well, and OpTic are falling, and they are falling in staggers as well.
Staggered indeed. Still 2 dead. It was 4 dead essentially. However, look at the scoreboard. It's just a 10-point game.
Oh, it's a big win from Renegade though. The 1v1 from him may create an opening and a pathway towards that oddball. Shopify still closing in. Legend on the flank though gets that ball out of the hands of Shopify Rebellion, but that Stalker rifle and the combination of cycle off the respawn keeps this game close. 3 dead for OpTic.
3 dead for OpTic. That's a free camo now for round 2. He's gonna pop camo. Look at the scoreboard. They need 1 or 2 more picks. However, they will start to hold here momentarily.
They have to hold, but last shot went down. Last shot went down, and they're not going to be able to get near this up ball. Time elapses. OpTic win it. And even with all the pieces it felt like there for Shopify Rebellion to get that round on the board, it's a clutch moment from OpTic Gaming at the end.